Hi my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So your girl picked the hottest day to want to do a video in her car again, but like I just got finished getting aligned, feeling good, feeling whew, so much better. Anyways, so I thought, okay, I better do, if I want to do the story time, I better hurry up and do it while it's fresh in my mind, because I just want to forget about it and move the heck on from it. So okay, it's getting a little hot in here, so y'all been warned, it's hot up in this mother. So let's jump into this story time, because I just want to talk a little bit about what happened, kind of share it with you, and kind of just, I wasn't sure, as you can see from the title, on what this story time is going to be about. So I don't really have to do that much of an intro, but I wasn't sure on how to even start the story time. I wasn't sure on how much to share. I wasn't even sure if to do a story time on this, but honestly, I really want this to be a precaution for other models out there in the industry. I never thought I would be making a story time labeled this. I was like, it's really weird, even trying to explain to you guys. I'm gonna be straight up, it's even to this day, I mean, it's been a week and like 3 days now since it happened. Basically, on how to handle it, and even to this day, I kind of like laugh about it, but then I kind of take it seriously, but then I kind of like think about it and like reminisce about it, and then like question it, and then laugh about it. It's a freaking whirlwind of emotions. So anyways, if I laugh about some things, that's just me, how I'm like handling it. If I get serious on some moments, that's how I'm handling it. So let's jump into the story time. So a little backstory before I get into this. So basically, how I was raised, I always felt like two people. And my mom was basically raised, my mom and my dad were old school. My mom ran with the old school crowd, you know, I don't want to say chola or like make it look like it's something wrong, because obviously those were the times, and in order to survive in high school, you had to kind of get into certain groups and kind of do what you had to do, had to have your back, etc., whatever. So we'll just put it like that. And the way my mom described it, especially because I know hers was a little bit more tough, every day she would tell me like her high school, like they would want to fight her, there would be drive-bys, this and that. So I was very familiar to different scenarios. She would tell me like, oh, they shot this party, I did this and that, me and my friends this and that, they stabbed this girl in the bathroom this day, this is what happened, this is how it went down. So I wasn't very hidden from all that stuff. I mean, I was told like what to do. And even then, my mom was in a robbery and one of her jobs, and she said like how it happened, how they held you at gunpoint and all this stuff. And I was like, you take it with you, but you never think you're gonna need the necessary information you get from it. Now, so key points, so there's that. My parents actually didn't want me to have to deal with that every day. I did go to public school from 7th grade up to 7th grade, and it was getting a little crazy. I mean, even in middle school, like every day I used to get hit up like, oh, I heard you're talking shit, I heard you want to go, and it got to the point where I remember I was so fed up with this one girl, and I told my friend about it, and she's like, girl, you gotta take care of it, because this girl's gonna keep running her mouth. Mind you, I'm in 7th grade. This should not be happening in 7th grade, but whatever. So then anyways, quick story time. So then I grabbed this one guy that was notorious for having rings. I put a bunch of rings, and I'm ready to go, and I'm just like, just come on, like I don't give a fuck if I lose, I don't give a fuck who fucking wins, just as long as we do the damn thing and you shut your mouth, because I'm like done. Like, this person was the type of person that would tell random ass girls like, oh, this girl, she hates this and that, she talks shit about you, this and this and that. Like, she would become their friends in order to turn them against me and like tell them secrets, like tell them stuff about them that would hurt them. I had no idea who these girls were, and I didn't link it until I told this girl, like, I don't know you, like I don't know anything about you. And she's like, but she said this and that. I said, girl, like I don't know you, like I don't even talk to that girl, like it's a fucking lie, you're being lied to. And anyways, this girl didn't want to fight me. So having dealt with that in middle school, my mom was like, nah baby, like you ain't gonna deal with that, we're gonna put you in private school. So basically, it's like my roots, like I love rap, old school rap, I love anything from the 90s era, like that's me. But I also have the schooling of, you know, where it's manners, respect, you know, being a little bit more like, okay, you know, Starbucks Frappuccino. I know how to bounce from both. And that's just me. I can be the girl that's like, okay, we're gonna go dip in Pomona real quick, get some fish tacos, cool, like, you know, whatever. And I can be the girl that switches and is like, okay, well, tea and crumpets, my love, and this and that. I could be both. It's cool. Well, that's my thing. So anyways, a little backstory about that. So basically it's kind of being in two worlds, and I never thought that. I've always been exposed to this world, the privileged world, because again, growing up, my parents had moolah, so I was kind of spoiled as younger, me and my sister. So I've always been more exposed to this world than this world, which is the old school world. Now, your girl got exposed to that side, that's for sure. So let me start off in this, so basically, how the hell did it happen, right? You're probably thinking like, Lena, like, tell us, spill the coffee, spill the tea. Okay, my loves, my hair's crazy, don't mind my crazy hair. Okay, so this is what happened, my loves. This photographer I've been wanting to work with for a long time randomly hit me up, and he's like, hey, this is short notice, but like, we're getting a crew. The shoot is gonna be in downtown LA, like, do you want to do it? And normally I don't mess with LA, especially downtown LA. I don't really go there anymore. I don't feel I have to, because I feel like that's more when you start out modeling, like that's where all the photographers are, and you kind of need to like have a foot in the door. But after being established for 2 years and doing everything that I've done, I feel like I no longer have to be there unless something is provided for me, like studio or like something, you know. And so the only reason I went there was because this photographer was like, oh, if you need a makeup artist, like, I got you. It's gonna be a collab shoot, like, it's gonna be a group of people, videography. We're gonna have a Benz ready for you to take pictures on. We're gonna have like a Harley for you and all this stuff. So then I'm like, all right, like, cool. So then that's the thing that I was like, okay, I really want to work with this photographer. I've been dying to just shoot with him, and there's gonna be all this stuff ready, like for props and stuff. So I was like, Gucci, let's do it. And the area it's an area I had been to. My first photo shoot ever was before they wrecked it, it was called 6th Street Bridge. Now, 6th Street Bridge is pretty famous before they wrecked it, the little area. It's a little bit further from there. It's the LA River, so by the train tracks, if that makes sense. Now, we were a little bit before the train tracks. There's a lot of photographers, a lot of cars, so I felt pretty good. Like, I felt good going there. I was like, okay, I shot there before, like, I know the area, like, I'll be in and out of LA. Like, it's like the beginning of LA, so I felt pretty good. Like, nothing's gonna happen, quick shoot. So there I go, you know, I'm all happy, heading to LA. I make it there in under 40 minutes, and I'm just like, okay, let's do this, bada bing, bada bing. We get good content, I'm feeling the vibes, everyone's so sweet, everyone's just so, the vibes are amazing, everyone's getting along, we're getting good content, and it's just a successful shoot. So after we're done shooting, we were there talking, and there was 3 models that day. I was the second one. So then they're waiting for the third one to arrive, and I was already getting changed in the car. So when I came out and I already put on my regular clothes, and they're like talking, and then I hear my photographer was like, hey, like, this model didn't show up. She's supposed to be, because we had our own project going on. Me and the photographer had our own thing, and the other group was there for their own little things, and then one of them being a clothing brand. So I originally wasn't supposed to be part of that shoot with the clothing brand. That was a third model. So then they tell me, I'm hearing, you know, that side. They're saying that this model's not showing up, blah, 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 whatever. My photographer was like, hey, like, would you be willing to stay longer? Mind you, I had already been there for about 4 hours. Just creating content because it was so good. Being part of a video, 4 hours. It honestly felt like maybe 1 or 2 hours, but I guess looking back at the time, it had been 4 hours already. And I was just like looking at the clock, and it was ready to be 5 o'clock. I had told my mom like, hey, I'll be back by 6, this and that. So then I looked at it and I was like, crap, like, she's gonna wonder where I'm at. And then so basically I was just like, you know what, I'm already here, like, I might as well help them out. Like, everyone was so nice, letting me take pictures with their cars, this and that. It was a good vibe. So I was like, okay, fuck it, like, yeah, that's fine. We created a lot of good content. Like, the shoot, the vibes, everything was just really freaking like on point. Like, it was dope. Like, in between sets, like, they had snacks, they had beers, wine coolers, and it was just like literally like, it just felt like family. Like, it's really, it might sound odd to say, but like, it really felt dope. Like, it was just literally in between takes, I would get like some Doritos, take a sip of my beer, and then go back to shooting. Like, it was that chill. So everyone was just having a good time and just kind of working together and everything. So like we do another shoot, it lasts maybe another 2 hours. So it was a total of 6 hours in LA, just shooting, just creating content, just kind of doing the damn thing. And then so we're all hungry at this point, and they're like, let's go eat somewhere. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I said, I just gotta pick up my car. So then we're all going to pick up our cars because we had left in the Benz and the Jaguar. And the cars that were left were my car, the photographer that invited me out there, his car, and then another photographer's Mustang that he had left there. Now, mind you, so you guys get an idea, we went back to the LA Little River area because that's where we left our cars. When I first got there, I had noticed, I should have said this, I should have noticed that there was parking on this side. Now this is where the Mustang was, one of the photographer's Mustang. It was right there on the side, and I was going to park there because that's where it was, like, that was logical for me to go park. Now I saw one spot right here, which was where the little group was at, and usually I don't really park close to places, but I was like, you know what, kind of like, fuck it. And I just parked there because I didn't want to walk, I didn't want to like carry my bag, whatever. So I parked right there in the front, and instead of going down here where the other photographers' cars were parked. So then we go back to pick up our cars, and I remember the husband of the woman that coordinated it, shout out to her, she was amazing for that. He was driving his motorcycle. He was like, we were right here, but I remember we were in 2 cars. The one in the Benz was me, the guy that owned the Benz, and I'm trying to think who was behind, his videographer. That was in that car. That was one car. In the Jaguar, I believe it was the woman that coordinated it, my photographer, his homie, and then the guy in the Mustang. Now the windows were down and the 2 cars were just right here, and we were just talking like, hey, where do you want to eat, this and that, and like, yeah, I gotta pick up my car. And now my car is the furthest one from, we're right here, and maybe my car is maybe like, I don't even know, but it's maybe like, the Mustang's right here, the Mustang's maybe like 3 cars down next to us, literally. I'm not sure where my photographer's car was. I think it was farther down than the Mustang, and mine was a while. It was maybe like, because we didn't park right next to it, we parked like a little bit to the side, and my car was way down there. It was maybe like 6 or 7 cars away, like from us. Like I could see it's way down there. And I just remember being so into the convo, like, yeah, what do you want to eat, what's close by, this and that. And I remember the guy, the husband of the woman that coordinated, he was like, oh, I'm gonna go check out these cars, because at this point when we were getting ready to decide where to eat, it was a little bit more crowded right there in the area, and they were shooting a bunch of older model cars, and there's just a little group taking pictures like down there, down the river. And the husband was like, oh, I'm gonna go check them out. So he goes on his motorcycle, you know, go down there to check it out, where we're like trying to discuss what to eat, where to go, blah blah, because no one was from that area. I should have mentioned that. No one was, we just met up there. So I remember hearing really distantly, in the distance, I remember hearing like bam bam, and I was just like, what the, like, it didn't register to me what that sound was. Everything was in slow motion, and I just remember seeing the husband going in the motorcycle and coming, and just his mouth moving like that, and I'm just like what's going on? And it didn't register me until I hear another round going off, bam bam bam, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, to me, I don't know why the hell I thought this, but I remember they shoot a lot of movies under that bridge. To me, I thought it was a fucking movie going on. And when it registered to what he's saying, he's yelling, get out of here, get in your cars, get out, get out. And literally, I just remember looking down, and it took me a minute. I remember it took me a minute. And I had my backpack. I don't know why the fuck I didn't just leave it in the car. But I remember I unzipped my baggie, and I got my keys, slung my backpack like this. And I remember I was wearing, because I was chill, like we were done with our shoot, and I came chill. So I remember I had like a t-shirt, some shorts, and my pink chanclas, like, you know, the little cute little flip-flops from Pink, all glittery and stuff. And I just got them, so I'm like, I'm gonna go comfy in my pink flip-flops, which I never wear flip-flops. Like, literally, they were a present for my mom, and I was just like, oh, these are cute, like I'll give it a try. But I never wear flip-flops. Sandals okay, but like flip-flops, never. So I just remember just looking down thinking, fuck it. Like, fuck it. You decided to wear these, fuck it. And I was the first one that reacted. I remember I just opened the door. I must have scared the guy in the Benz. I'm so sorry. I remember I opened the door, had my backpack like this, and I had my keys like that. Like, literally, I have my second pair in here. There you go. I remember it was these ones too. So I had like this little bar in it. And I remember just running like this. And this is what I mean by laughing at it, because it's just so like what? And so I remember just opening the door, and I think it must have been so hard that I opened it that it must have slammed shut. And I remember running like this, having the bag, and just running, and it felt like forever, and I couldn't really run in my flip-flops, and I was just like gripping the fuck out of them and just running as fast as I could, because the thing is, a total of 6 shots went off, 6 gunshots. So as I'm running, I'm just hearing bam, 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 and I'm just like, fuck, like, it's the weirdest feeling. It's the weirdest thing, because nothing's going through your mind, but at the same time things are going through your mind. My one thought was to make it to my car, and I remember thinking, my mom cannot find me bleeding out on the floor like this. Like, this is not how I'm going down. I know people say that they either get in shock or they react. I am so blessed that I reacted, and I remembered exactly what my parents told me. And I kid you not, it sounds silly, but this must have been what fucking like helped or some shit. I remember like running. I didn't even run like straight like this, like run like that. I remember just running like more hunched like this, like kind of inside myself, having the backpack like this to cover like the major, I don't know, just in case I got like shot in the back or whatever, some way it wouldn't do that much damage. Running like this, kind of hunched, and just freaking like, I didn't run a straight line. I was running all like, fuck that, to dodge the fucking bullets. So anyways, my mind was like, no, I am not going down like this. Like, not happening. No, like, I was just not going to let my mom find me like this. Like, just not happening. I was gonna make it home, and I had to make it home. So I was very stubborn like that. And I remember getting to the car, and I just, for the life of me, I literally thought I was gonna snap this off. Like, the key's right there, and I'm just like this, and I can't turn it, because when I say the gunshots go off, I hear them get closer, and I'm just like, shit, like, Lena, snap out of it. So I go like this, and I'm just like, shit, and my grip on these keys are so strong that I really feel like I was gonna break them, like they were just gonna snap. And I go like this, I somehow managed to flip it on, I turn my wheel, and I reverse, and I'm just like, okay, let's go. I remember I'm the first to reverse out. I honestly don't know what everyone else in the group was doing. I just remember my car being like the smallest one, so I feel like I could maneuver it quicker than maybe everyone else. They all had medium cars, I don't know. But I remember going like this and thinking, like, I'm gonna be good. Like, you got in your car, you didn't get shot at outside, but you're gonna be good. And I remember hearing 6 clear shots as I was outside of the car. I don't know how many in total, because as I'm reversing my car out, and I just freaking floor it, and I don't know the layout of this area, so to me, I saw kind of like a street we had come out of, but I also saw like something further down that kind of looked like a street, and I was like, okay, there's a second street, because everyone's gonna leave through the main street. So I don't know why in my head I was like, I gotta leave through like the second one, the one that's not gonna be used. In my head, I thought it was a freaking street. So I'm going, and I'm flooring, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, trying not to freak out. And I look in my rearview mirror, and I didn't know at the time. I mean, I was 50-50, kind of sure, kind of not sure. But I see a white van, and it has dents on it, and it says older man, and I see something going like this, and my heart dropped. And I thought, oh my god, this dude is... I got in my car, I was able to turn it on, I was able to reverse it, but like, this is it. And I remember, even though it felt like shit, like, oh my god, like, this might be it, at the same time, I was just so... something in me was so stubborn that it was like, no, like, I am not dying like this, like, no. So I remember seeing the guy and just being like, shit, like I gotta do something, because while he's waving that fucking gun and shooting outside, one wrong move, if this dude decides to get me out of the way because I'm not moving fast enough, or the cops come, whatever the case is, shoots through here, and I get this in my head. My mom didn't deserve to freaking see me like that and be like, oh, like, is that your daughter? With a freaking gunshot in the back of my head. Like, is this your daughter? Like, no. I just was so pissed. Like, I'm busting my ass off to be in this modeling industry. I'm working so hard, and it's so many emotions. And I was just like, fuck no, like, no. And I remember flipping my car. I remember flipping it and just freaking being like, no. And the guy followed me. I remember the guy in the van, the shooter, followed me. And as I flipped my car, and I just was like, no, like getting out of his way, that's when I was like rolling the window down, and I came back into focus of like, where's my team? And that's when I saw the guy in the Benz, because the guy in the Mustang, he was behind the white van, and as soon as he saw that where I was going was not an exit, he had already flipped his car, so he was already out of danger. I remember seeing the Benz could have left, like, but he stopped for me. And I'll never forget this, because who freaking stops for a stranger? And I just remember yelling, like, where do I go? Like, what do I do? Like, where's the exit? I don't know if those were the exact words, but I couldn't even remember. But something like, get me out, something like where's the exit? And he was just like, follow me. I remember just fucking flooring it. I remember just hitting the gas, and I never knew my car could go that fast. And I'm proud of him. Karma, you did good, boo. But like, I never knew my car could fucking drive that fast. I just remember flooring it and just being like fucking Fast and Furious type shit, and getting out of there. And just like it feeling so unreal, and just kind of going like this, like, am I hurt? Am I shot anywhere? Like, am I good? Because I know people always say that you're shocked, that you don't know if you're bleeding, or you don't notice until later. So I was like, okay, like, I know you're in shock, Lena, but like, feel yourself. So then we all are like, follow us. So we all get out back to where we did the second part of the photo shoot. And we're all just shaking, and it's just like, we don't know how to react. And it didn't occur to me to look at the car until I hear like, oh shit, what the, this, that. And then we're just like, kind of like, what? And it didn't register to me, but the guy that had the Mustang, his car had got a dent. I'll put it in here right now. So, as proof, because some people didn't believe me. They didn't believe that, like, I went through that shit. So here's the proof right here.
You check the side of your car, the right side of your car?
So, as you can see on there, his Mustang got shot at, or ricketed off, whatever you want to call that, but it got a bullet, a bullet hit. And I remember just going around my car. I didn't really care about the car. I mean, it was just more like, let me just go look at it, because I was in shock. I was instructed to go look at my car, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go look at it. Everyone's cars were good. We were all good, except for that guy's car. And it didn't register to me until after that. I remember, you almost parked where that Mustang was. I was gonna park right next to it, and it was just like, imagine if he had. For a minute, imagine if you had parked there. And it was really weird, because I felt like I couldn't drive home. At that time, it was traffic time. It was like 6:30 to 7, and they were just like, we gotta eat something. We're in shock. Like, are we all good? Like, we need to go eat something. So I was like, all right. And then we went to the restaurant, and we were just like, half of us were cracking jokes like, oh my god, like this and that. And then the other half were kind of like what? And it's like, really, it's crazy, because you don't know how to react into that until it happens to you. I heard stories, my friends tell me stories. I heard my mom tell me stories since freaking growing up. And I'm thankful for what they told me, because I was able to take some of that into consideration when you're going through it yourself. But at the same time, it was just kind of like, you don't understand. And you give more respect when that happens to you, and they're in that similar situation like that, it's like respect, because that shit was insane. And even now I'll kind of like joke around it a little bit and be like, fuck, like, how did a private school girl get shot at? Like, I'm over here just like, I don't do nothing to nobody, I got shot at, like, what the fuck, you know? And it's just so many, it's so crazy, because it's like, I don't go to LA, I don't fucks with LA too much, like, the day I do, I get shot at, like, what the fuck? And like, literally, it's kind of like joking, but at the same time, it's just like, wow, like, wow. And honestly, with this experience, I can share certain aspects and it doesn't register to you until after, where I'm just like, I was thinking this during that, or I can't believe my thought, I was actually thinking this during that. And I remember thinking, at the same time that I wanted to live, and at the same time that I was so stubborn, I was like, no, I'm gonna make it, like, my mom's not gonna find me like that, like, no, this and that. I remember thinking, a little part of my brain saying, well, if you do pass away, if you do get hit, should I say, have you lived a good life? And I remember thinking, yeah, I have. In these last couple of months, I have literally done, I have this list of things that I want to do. And it's not like a bucket list, it's just more of like little adventures, you know, I want to do. And I literally have done so many of them without even trying, that I felt really good here. And I thought, yeah, I've been good. Like, if that was to happen, like, really seriously, then I would be like, okay, I live my life. I live a short life, but I've been living life these past couple months. Like, I'll accept it. And that's what I mean when it's like a lot of different emotions. The whole point of this is that I want to say is to please be careful. I never thought I'd be making a video titled, you know, who knows what I'm going to title it, but basically the fact of getting shot at a photo shoot, or having my photo shoot location get shot at. I know people say, oh, but it's LA, what do you expect? It don't matter. It do not matter. We were nowhere close to that shooting thing, yet it freaking came to us. We were literally done with our photo shoot, about to head to eat, and it happened like this in a matter of seconds. It does not matter. So I want to say to models, please be safe. If you get a weird feeling, if you feel like something is not right, do not second guess yourself. Get out of the area, think quickly, and always be prepared. Because of this, I'm now kind of double thinking the locations, how late, the time, this and that, and kind of second guessing, like, okay, for my safety, like, things need to be a little bit different. And now I am now taking certain safety precautions, that if that situation was to present itself again, I would not be unsafe. I will be okay to handle myself and be good with that. How I'm dealing with it after, it's more like I say, it's like a joking thing, because you're just kind of like, what the fuck type of thing, but at the same time, it's fuel. It's honestly fuel. I feel like I was kind of like, you know, going really hard and doing these photo shoots and trying to get into so many things and start a brand and this and that, and with the reassurance that I did not, or should I say that nothing happened to me that day, and to my crew, thank the Lord, but that reassurance that I'm still here is more fuel to the fire, that this is what I'm supposed to do. And most people don't know why I'm doing this. They think, oh, she wants fame, or oh, she thinks she's so sexy or hot, or whatever the freaking case is. No. I'm doing this because, one, I was told I could not do it, and I will keep proving to myself and to others that when you're told you can't do something, you can totally use that as fuel to go and do that thing and motivate others at the same time. Second, I would love to repay my parents for everything they have done. I have an amazing childhood. I had an amazing young adulthood. They put me in an amazing school, and I'm grateful for that education. When I talk to certain people and they tell me how their childhood was, I couldn't imagine going through that. I'm grateful to my parents that they made sacrifices in order to give me and my younger sister a better life. I would love to repay them one day. But that's my story time, honeys. So I don't want to give too much. I know in my last video I was very like, shh, but I suck at keeping secrets when I'm excited. Like, I'm just so thrilled, because literally the things that I am cooking up in the kitchen, I have waited for one thing like 3 years. I waited for another thing like 2 years now. Most of these things have been years of waiting, and they are now finally coming through. As you guys could have guessed it, I have a new song coming up. Song, not diss track, sorry to disappoint, but it's a song. I do not rap in here, but I have another song coming up, and I will soon, with the help of a good friend of mine, I will soon have a website, my loves, and something else that you will be able to purchase. And I believe that's it for now. That's in the crazy life of Lena. In my personal life, I'm getting something done as well that I've been waiting, it's like 3-4 years now. I'm excited for that. And your girl is going to her first rave ever. It's actually part of a short horror movie I'm helping a friend produce. I'm helping a friend by starring in and being one of the characters in there. But yeah, he was kind enough to get me my ticket to Insomniac, and I've been literally wanting to go to a rave ever since maybe like 2015 when I first found out about him. And I'm so excited, my loves. Hopefully I can do a vlog for that. I don't have anything rave worthy, so me and my younger sister, hopefully if she has a day off, we're gonna go shop for rave clothes, and hopefully I can vlog that. So anyways, my loves, I just wanted to do it as a precaution video for anybody else that's in this industry or wants to be in this industry, because again, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Sometimes things get real, and it's crazy because you're probably wondering like, wait, like this girl was just taking like pictures, like how did stuff like that happen? But it's crazy when reality just comes at you quick and you just have to react and kind of just get through it. So my loves, I'm gonna leave you with that, and yeah, more vlogs, more story times, so much coming through. I have so much content, so much creativity. A lot is happening right now, and I couldn't be more proud of myself, more proud of everyone that I've worked with, everyone's reached out to me, and I'm trying to make this dream come true, and it's not impossible. It is so not impossible. It's right there. I'm just like, yes, B, like, you got this, boo. And to anyone out there that you are wanting to go after a dream and you already know how you want to accomplish it, you already know you just need the fuel power, this is me telling y'all, like, go for it. You will not be disappointed. I couldn't be happier that all my hard work is finally paying off, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Have a good day, and it's time for your girl to stop melting up in this car. Bye, you guys.